The iPhone 16 is here, bringing a unique mix of old and new. It looks like the iPhone 14, but comes with the A18 chip, giving it the power and Apple Intelligence features of the iPhone 16. This is a big deal because previous models, including the iPhone 14 and some versions of the iPhone 15, lacked AI support. With this move, Apple seems to be making sure all its new iPhones are AI ready, which could mean the iPhone 15 won't be around much longer. Many expected the iPhone 16e to be a budget-friendly option, but its starting price of $600 is higher than anticipated. The 256GB model costs $700, while the 512GB version jumps to $900. Apple also discontinued the iPhone 14 and iPhone Southeast, leaving no truly low-cost iPhone in the lineup. The removal of the iPhone 14 makes sense since it used the older Lightning port, which no longer meets European regulations. The iPhone 14 Plus, the most affordable large-screen iPhone, is also gone. One of the biggest surprises with the iPhone 16e is its impressive battery life. It now holds the record for the longest battery life on a 6.1-inch iPhone. Apple claims it lasts up to 26 hours of offline video playback, nearly a 20% improvement over the iPhone 15. It also offers 90 hours of audio playback, a 12% increase. This is a major upgrade, especially for those coming from older models like the iPhone 12 or iPhone 12 mini. The iPhone 16e only has a single rear camera, which might seem like a drawback. However, if it's the same 48-megapixel sensor found in the iPhone 15 and 16, it should still deliver high-quality photos. The sensor cropping feature improves zoom quality, making 2x zoom portraits possible. Apple's strong reputation for video quality suggests that this camera setup should be good enough for most users. One notable addition is the Action button, a feature many users appreciate. However, it lacks the camera control button found on more expensive iPhone 6D models. Some may prefer this simpler design as the extra button isn't essential for everyone. Despite being cheaper than the iPhone 15, the iPhone 16e offers key advantages, including the faster A18 chip, 8GB of RAM, Apple Intelligence support, and longer battery life. These factors make it a compelling option. However, the biggest drawback is the lack of MagSafe. Apple removed the built-in magnets, meaning users can't attach MagSafe chargers, stands, or wallets. Wireless charging is still available, but it's limited to a slow 7.5-watt speed with standard key-light chargers. Another missing feature is the dynamic island, as the iPhone 16e sticks with the older notch design. While some may not mind this change, others who are used to the dynamic island might find it disappointing. The display also has a lower brightness level, maxing out at 1200 nits compared to the 1600 nits found on the iPhone 15 and 16. While the A18 chip is a great addition, the iPhone 16e has a slight limitation compared to the iPhone 16. Is Apple finally giving us a budget iPhone that doesn't feel outdated? After a long wait, the iPhone 16e is officially here, replacing the SE series with some unexpected upgrades. But does it really stand a chance against the competition? Apple has taken 3 years to release a follow-up to the iPhone SE, which last launched in 2022. This time, they've made some major changes. The iPhone 16e now features a 6.1-inch OLED display, meaning Apple has officially moved all its devices away from LCD screens. However, it still has a 60 Hz refresh rate, which might feel outdated, especially when most mid-range Android devices offer at least 90 Hz or higher. Design-wise, the phone looks much more like Apple's flagship models, closely resembling the iPhone 14. The home button is gone, replaced with Face ID, and Apple has swapped out the ring/silent switch for the new Action button. First introduced with the iPhone 15 Pro series, the aluminum frame and ceramic shield glass give it a more premium feel compared to previous budget models. When it comes to cameras, Apple has made a noticeable change. The iPhone 16e features a single 48-megapixel rear camera with a built-in 2x telephoto zoom. This means you can get better optical zoom without sacrificing image quality. On the front, there's a 12-megapixel camera for selfies and video calls. While the camera setup is a clear upgrade from the SE models, it's still a step below Apple's flagship devices. The SE series has never been known for top-tier cameras, and Apple has focused more on other features this time around. That being said, for everyday users who aren't chasing pro-level photography, the camera should be more than capable. Battery life is another area where Apple has improved things significantly. While they haven't confirmed the exact battery size, leaks suggest it's around 3279 mAh. Apple claims this is the longest battery life ever on a 6.1-inch iPhone, lasting 6 hours longer than the iPhone 11 and 12 hours longer than any previous SE model. Charging speeds are fairly standard for Apple's non-Pro models, with up to 20 watts when using a wired USB-C connection and up to 15 watts wirelessly. While this is a good improvement, some competitors offer much faster charging speeds at similar price points. One of the biggest selling points of the iPhone 16e is its AI capabilities. Apple has equipped it with the A18 chipset, the same processor found in the base iPhone 16 model. It comes with 8 GB of RAM and offers storage options of 128, 256, or 512 GBs. With these upgrades, Apple Intelligence is a major highlight, bringing AI-powered features that make the phone smarter and more useful in daily life. Siri is now more conversational and capable of handling complex tasks. Safari has a new intelligent search function that highlights key topics and summarizes web pages. The Mail app offers smart replies, helping users respond faster with context-aware suggestions. Messages have also received an AI boost, making chats smoother and more intuitive. There's even a new Photos feature that allows users to remove unwanted objects from images with precision. What if Apple completely changed the look of the iPhone? Not just a small upgrade, but a major shift in design philosophy. Well, it looks like that's exactly what's happening with the iPhone 17 Air. After weeks of speculation, we now have solid confirmation of what this new model will look like. A trusted industry insider has seen the iPhone 17 Air as well as the Pro model, and based on that, we now have a render showcasing its design. And here's the surprising part, it looks a lot like a Google Pixel. Yes, the rumors were true. Apple is moving toward a horizontal camera bump, and it's not just for this model. Other iPhones in the lineup will feature the same design. But out of all of them, the iPhone 17 Air appears to have the cleanest and most stylish look. Unlike the Pro model, which is expected to come with a large raised camera bump to house the triple camera system, the iPhone 17 Air takes a different approach. It goes for a much sleeker and more refined look. The design is strongly inspired by the Google Pixel 9, featuring a slim horizontal camera bump that blends into the back. This fits perfectly with its Air branding, giving it a lighter and more minimalistic appearance. Now let's talk about the camera. While the Pro models will keep their triple camera setup, the iPhone 17 Air will have a single camera. This is similar to the upcoming iPhone SE4, or as some reports call it, the iPhone 16e. However, considering that the iPhone 17 Air is expected to cost around $1,300, much more than the $500 SE4, it's likely that Apple will equip it with a much better camera sensor. We don't have the exact specifications yet, but it's safe to assume that this will be a high-end single-lens system rather than a budget-friendly one. So, who is this phone for? Apple seems to be targeting users who want a premium iPhone experience but in a much slimmer form factor. This means it may not have the most advanced specs, but it will still offer that high-end Apple feel. If you don't need the best camera system or the most powerful chipset, but you love Apple's design and software experience, the iPhone 17 Air might be the perfect fit. But what if you don't like this new look? Well, there's good news. Apple is not completely getting rid of its traditional design. Reports suggest that the iPhone 17 base model will stick with the same design as the iPhone 16 base model. That means no horizontal camera bump and no chance of your phone being mistaken for a Google Pixel. If you prefer the classic iPhone look, this could be the better choice. The big question now is, will the iPhone 17 Air be a success? Apple is reportedly launching it as a replacement for the Plus models, which haven't been selling well. The iPhone 14 Plus and iPhone 15 Plus both struggled in the market, with many buyers either going for the base model to save money or spending extra for the Pro. By introducing the Air model, Apple seems to be looking for a middle ground, something sleek, premium, and different from the rest. But will it work? That remains to be seen. Apple has tried experimenting with different models before, and not all of them have been successful. The iPhone 12 mini, for example, had a dedicated fan base, but it didn't sell in high numbers. That's why Apple discontinued the mini series after just 2 generations.